Who run the world? Girls. Who run the world? Girls. Good evening, LTL Nation. My name is Anita. This is Life Talks Live, today about leadership. And I'd like to talk to you today about a topic that is very, very close to my heart. And it's about all the beautiful and strong women out there in the world who run my world tonight. You see, it's also for the fathers, the brothers, the uncles, the bosses, for everyone. So even if you're not a woman, please stay tuned and hear me out until the end. Leadership, as we all know, is a very controversial topic, right? Leadership in each and every area in our life, whether it's corporate, whether it's private, has a different meaning. Now, the truth is, nobody likes to be told what to do, but we like to be motivated, guided, and inspired to become the best version of ourselves that we can be. So I hope that my talk tonight can inspire you to run the world. So, you know, there are great females out there in the world. They run huge corporations. They run governments. I'm from Germany, right? And a female runs our government. There are women as well who run households, who take care of children, work, and are a wife, and this all in the same time. So there is a huge shift that took place in our society for the past 20, even 30 years when it comes to women empowerment and women being leaders in the industries. Now, you see, on a grand scale, we know and are aware of all those facts and the shift that took place. But on a day-to-day basis in our lives, why do we still have preconceptions when it comes to women and leadership roles in general? For example, when we see a woman driving a very expensive car and sitting in that car, why the first thing that comes to our mind is maybe she married a rich guy, or perhaps she was born into a wealthy family. For example, why don't we think instead, wow, what kind of business is this woman running to be able to afford such a car? Another preconception that we have, women in our 30s, right, when we are not married, we are weird. While guys in their 30s, when they're not married, they're still exploring themselves. So how come that our society and our culture, nevertheless we developed so much, still has such a small mind when it comes to day-to-day getting together, living together and breathing together, and especially women? You see, men empower themselves, men empower each other, men are competitive in a healthy manner with each other. Why can't we women do that? Now, I'm not saying that women cannot do that in general, but I'd like to see, from my perspective, more women who empower each other on a daily basis, right? Because, you know, the way we are raised obviously is different in our societies. We are raised to be good girls. We are raised and encouraged to get married one day and to have children. So we are sort of thinking whatever we do in our life, the end result has to be married, has to be children, has to have a family, which is a great thing, right? But why don't we encourage and empower ourselves as well for jobs and careers and becoming the best versions we can be? We see this daily in sports. We see this in media. We see this on Instagram, on social media, on everything. We follow those people on a daily basis, right? And we look up to them and think, wow, great, what is she doing that I could do as well? But why can't we do that on a get-together every day? You know, the other day I was standing on a traffic light and there were a couple of women next to me standing, and a beautiful, gorgeous woman from across the street walked over. And what I realized with those women next to me, they were starting, you know, to look at her in a weird way, even saying some really mean things. And I do not understand why we have to do it to each other. Why can't we live in a world where each and every woman embraces the other woman and supports her? And this is why it's so important for me to talk tonight about leadership with women. And I want you, all of you out there, including myself, of course, to go out there and to help. You know, to create this world and make it a better place to live. Because we women, and not only women, but especially we women, we have such a gift. And we should help other women shine like the bright stars that they are. You know, I'm always saying to myself and to the women around me and to my clients as well, why would you want to just be a pretty princess when you can be a warrior? A compassionate warrior that knows how to lead and that knows how to encourage his people around themselves. Because, you know, I am not trying to reinvent the wheel, nor am I trying to change society or political systems that we are having in place. But my humble vision is really to empower women all over the world to encourage themselves, to become the best versions they can be, to become the leaders they want to be, to rise. And a great example of these little women that we have nowadays as children is Omar's, my fellow speaker's daughter, Dunya, right? She's a champion in whatever she does. She is raised to be a strong little woman, and she already is one. And I'd love to see more and more little females growing up like that. Because it's a beautiful thing when you raise a child, or when you raise especially a girl, in growing up and being strong and being powerful, being humble, of course, and loving and caring in the same time, but knowing her worth. Because all these great women leaders out there in the world, they do that. And it's not because they didn't face opposition or just because, they believed in themselves from the beginning, but they had a much bigger vision about themselves. And I believe that this is truly what can change the world nowadays, because no matter how much we grew, there is still so much that we can improve and still so much to do. Because, your impact matters. There is only one person in this world that is like you. Combined with all your experiences, with your thoughts, with your dreams, with your looks, with everything, there is no second copy of this person that is you. So your impact matters. Do not think because you're maybe just a small person and nobody big in terms of society or in terms of media, you are still important because each and every one of us is, And when we look at society nowadays, we always like to complain in how society can view us, how society views women in particular. But you have to ask yourself one question: who is society? And the answer is, it's you, it's me, and it's the whole world. So each and every person makes up society. Society is not a group of people that sits up there and controls your life. And that's only you. And that's why it's important to not let yourself be limited of society standards, thought patterns, or whatever there is. But be a strong woman, be a leader in your life, be a leader in your company, wherever it is that you would like to be a leader. Just be one. There is nobody there that cannot tell you to be one. Because I took one phrase from Mahatma Gandhi to my heart, and I live my life by this. Be the change you want to see in this world. Okay? So I hope that my talk was able to inspire you. Please share your thoughts on women empowerment and leadership with me. Tell me your stories. Tell me what you think about it, because it really is important to share our visions and our dreams and to encourage each other. Please tune in tomorrow at 7 p.m. with Omar and his lovely daughter Dunya, as they are going to talk about leadership. And please go to our website at livestalkslive.com, visit our Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, and Instagram account. We'll really love to hear from you. Your input is very important. I see you next week. Have a blessed evening, and God bless you. Goodbye.